there we go. We have a balance patch. Let's go ahead and check out the balance patch. Alrighty, well, let's start diving into the patch. First things first, let's take a look at the heroes that are going to be touched. We've got tank, bruiser, healer, and ranged. So, tank, Diablo. Let's immediately check it out. A Black Soulstone. Additional functionality upon reaching level 10. Soul consumed when resurrecting decreased from 100 to 75. Okay, so they're doing more of what we saw with Stitches, Maiev, as well as Muradin, with hitting a certain talent tier to be able to get a kind of like an upgrade on your baseline abilities, which is really, really cool. Talent-wise, for other stuff, we do have level 13, Devastating Charge, armor reduction increased from 15 to 20. So a little bit of a buff on the Shadow Charge build with that Feast on Fear at level 1. Hellfire W at level 13, damage per second increase. So a little bit of Fire Stomp build buff as well. Diablo is weakened longer than we would have liked after resurrecting with Black Soul, so we wanted to be back to wreaking havoc sooner. I think Diablo's in a pretty okay spot. Hey, Kalis, what's up, bud? Alrighty, ETC. Base, his health was increased by 80. It looks like 80 HP was added, or excuse me, 30 HP was added. Health regeneration increased by 0.06, it looks like, so very, very small. Power slide, baseline damage increased by 14 on that. All right, so 14 ETC talents are competing with others nicely. We're just raising the volume. That's very clever. I like that. That's very, very clever. Bruiser Malthiel, base, Reaper's Mark trait, damage per second increased from 1.75 to 2% maximum health. So that's a nice buff on basically it's just his overall percent-based damage for that solo lane into high health pool heroes like any pretty much solo laner at this point in the game. Level 7, the Touch of Dust active, cooldown reduced from 25 to 20. Shroud of Wisdom, cooldown reduced as well. Memento Mori, bonus damage reduced from 90 to 60%. Okay. We want Malthiel to be more formidable threat overall, especially when against high health pool opponents. And I think they did a pretty good job with that. Okay. Let's see, level 16, Memento Mori, Reaper's Mark deals, well, it used to deal 90% increased damage after afflicting enemy for more than 4. Oh, okay. So, yeah, that was heavily nerfed. That was heavily nerfed by 30%, that Memento Mori. Interesting changes to Malthiel. Definitely a nerf on this, but a huge buff on Shroud of Wisdom. Yrel, okay, all right, let's see. What have they done to Yrel this time? Divine Purpose, additional functionality, Divine Purpose's cooldown is reset when Yrel casts a heroic ability. So that's her trait. So she can insta-cast, ult, and insta-cast, exactly. So she can Righteous Hammer, Ardent Defender, Righteous Hammer again. With just that trait, you've also got some of the other available talents within all of that. Myra's Insight passive, healing increased by 5. Aegis of Light, armor increased from 25 to 30, because we all know Yrel needs more armor. This is for the Avenging Wrath, it gives you the armor. Level 16, Divine Favor, cooldown reduction increased from 2 to 2.5 seconds. Holy Wrath passive, splash damage increased from 30 to 35. No changes on Dauntless, none of that crap. That's okay. All right. Well, no changes on Dauntless. Yrel's heroics have been a significant amount of counterplay, so we're adding in more guaranteed power by buffing Divine Purpose. I don't know. Well, I think we're going back to the realm of a lot of Yrel dominating the solo lane. Healer, Malfurion, Deep Roots, level 1. Max mana gained increased from 10 to 14. Vengeful Roots, Treant movement speed increased by 60%. Treant health increased from 411 to 450, so a slight buff on that health. No changes to Emerald Dreams for the insane CC, so I think they're trying to make level 1s more competitive with that. But Emerald Dreams is just, how do you compete with Emerald Dreams? It is insane amount of CC, like on anyone that you actually apply it to. Actually, we conveniently have Malfurion right here. Like, you have Emerald Dreams, so Entangling Root sleeps an enemy for 2 seconds after the root expires. So then you also have the baseline of Entangling Roots, where enemies in the area, the affected areas for 3 seconds. So, granted, you're not going to be rooted for the full time, typically, but, like, at max, you get a 5 seconds of CC, which could be absolutely insane. So, a little surprised they haven't changed anything with the Emerald Dreams at level 1, I just said it. Celestial Alignment, bonus basic attack damage increased from 75 to 85%. So a slight buff on the Moonfire at W. Bonus regrow. Oh, excuse me. Revitalized level 13 mana gain changed from 80 to 15% of Malfurion's maximum mana. Oh, okay. So it went from 80 to 15%. Got it. Okay. So it went from just a baseline number to an actual percent based. Yezra's Gift, bonus regrowth healing increased from 60 to 75, so a 15% bonus onto the Q at level 16. Nature's Balance passive, bonus regrowth duration increased from 3 to 5 seconds. Moonlight Harmony, additional functionality, passive increase Moonfire heal by 20%. Ooh, wow, okay. Astral Commune, bonus silence duration increased from 1 to 2 seconds. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Nice buffs to Malfurion. We'd like Malfurion to be more reliable pick, so we're increasing the power of all of his level 16 talents. Additionally, we are interested to see a direct synergy between Deep Roots and Revitalize to help those talents turn a new leaf. Ha ha ha! I see what they did there! Did you all see what they did there? It was great. It was so clever. Rehgar, base, health reduced by a little bit, like something like 65, I think, if my math is right. Health regeneration reduced by a little bit as well. Looks like it was nerfed by 0.14. Chain heal mana cost increased by 5. Earth bind totem, totem health reduced by a significant amount, nearly 60. It's like 54, I think, or something like that, was reduced. Duration reduction from 8 to 6 seconds. Okay, so it's just an overall nerf on Rehgar so far. Colossal Totem moved to level 7. Feral Heart. Okay, so we moved Colossal Totem to 7. Armor reduced from 20 to 15. Duration reduced from 2 to 1 seconds. Okay, so this is just all nerfs to Rehgar. Earth Living Enchantment, in duration reduced from 5 to 4 seconds. Healing reduced by 50. Healing Totem active. Health reduced by 50. Duration increased, so a little bit of a buff onto Healing Totem by 3 seconds. And then healing per second reduced. So realistically, it's still a nerf to it because the health of it's reduced. The duration goes up by 3, but you're still healing less by 0.5%. Grounded Totem moved to level 1. Okay, so they swapped Grounded Totem and Colossal Totem with 1 and 7. Attack speed slow reduced from 40 to 30%. Spell power reduction reduced by 5% from 20 to 15. Purification at level 7. Healing reduced a little bit by 40. Reduced healing duration reduced from 3 to 2 seconds. Change functionality no longer. Conditionally reduces Purge's cooldown. Passive reduce Purge's cooldown by 10 seconds. So Purge is on a 35-second cooldown if you take this, and you no longer have the 40% reduction. So it's just all nerfs across the board. Spell power reduced as well with Pit Fighter. All right. We were over-ambitious with several aspects of our latest Rehgar changes. We hope reining in the health and duration of Earthbind Totem leaves him in a much more balanced state. I could see that. I haven't been on the receiving end of a lot of like, oh my god, that Rehgar is so insane. But Rehgar is in a very, very good spot. Let's see what they did to Stukov as well. Level 1 Fetid Touch, range damage reduction reduced. Oh my god. By 5% from 40 to 35. Quest completion requirement reduced from 20 to 15. Low blow. Oh, they nerfed low blow. Oh, goodbye low blow. I mean, it still is a lot of damage. It's just reduced by 25%. Long pitch, cooldown reduction duration increased from 3 to 4 seconds. Growing infestation, maximum channel duration reduced as well. Bio kill switch set reduced, set cooldown reduced. Okay, so just nerfs across the board to Stukov. Not really across the board, just 1, 7, and 13. But I think low blow nerf was well needed. Low blow is well needed, honestly. Level 13 it hungers, hero damage. Instances needed to proc cooldown reduction mana refunded. Increased from 6 to 8. Okay. It's not a heroes patch if we're not changing Stukov. We view the lurking arm talents as an easier talent path than the long pitch or targeted excision, so we're shifting some power to better reward Stukov mastery. Okay, that's fair. Oh boy. Oh boy, they changed. They touched the boy. They touched the boy. Oh no. Oh no, I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready. I'm really not ready to read this. I did, before all this, I didn't even take a look at any of the changes. I just was like, we're gonna start stream and we're gonna start checking out these patch notes. Global of Annihilation baseline damage reduced. Why? The damage didn't need to be reduced. He was fine. Level 1 Wraith, damage bonus increase from 75 to... Okay, alright, I'll take that, I'll take that. This is the auto attack build, the green one at level 1. Bombardment, additional targets increase from 2 to 3. Hey, auto attack build is getting buffs! Auto attack build's getting buffs. Demonic Invasion, impact damage increased, really? Grunt explosion damage reduced by, a little over half. Grunt movement speed increased by 50%. Additional functionality, grunt explosion damage is doubled against heroes. Wish there was, I mean, it's a siege tool, but I guess they want you to use it in team fights or something like that now. Azmodan's win rate has consistently settled above our preference after the increasing global annihilation damage scaling from 2.5% to 4% per level, so we're knocking it down a peg. We're also trying to diversify how players use demonic invasion so it doesn't feel like a right option to always cast on enemy structures. Yeah, that's fair. All right, Genji. Are we all ready for Genji changes? I know where my Genji buffs are asking for these. Genji, level 1, agile dismount, additional functionality, landing near enemy heroes slows them by 30% for 2 seconds. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool at level 1. Pathfinder, changed functionality, jump over terrain with cyber agility, increases Genji's movement speed by 25%, and grants stealth for 4 seconds. Those are really good changes to Genji. That's actually pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie, at level 1. Shuriken Mastery, hero hit quest requirement reduced from 35 to 30, and 75 to 60, charges refund increase from 2 to 3. So this is just, we're just all buffs to Genji right now. Cyber Shield at level 7. Additional functionality, Genji dodges 1 heroic basic attack every 5 seconds. Excuse me. Interesting, interesting. Dodge is just removed. Level 16, Steady Blade. Bonus damage increased from 20 to 30%. Okay, so that's going to be on your Swift Strike, your dash. And then level 20, Sharpened Stars. Additional functionality, Swift Strikes refund grants 1 charge of Shuriken. Okay. Genji is a scary hero to buff, so we're proceeding with caution as we add spice to his talents. Greymane changes as well at level 1. Wolfheart, bonus cooldown reduction increase from 0.5 to 0.7. Insatiable at level 4, additional functionality, basic attacks during Inner Beast, reduce healing fountain cooldown by 0.5. Wow, that is actually very interesting for Insatiable. Basic attack damage during Inner Beast, reduce healing fountain cooldown by 0.5 seconds. For anyone that doesn't know, Healing Fountain is a 120 second cooldown. Level 7, Incendiary Elixir, bonus damage per stack increased from 20 to 25. Okay, so a little buff onto Gilnean and Cocktail at level 7. Quest reward, cooldown reduction increased from 2 to 3 seconds. Okay, so overall buff on the Q at level 7. Running Wild at level 13, additional functionality, reduce Dark Flights and disengage cooldown by 1 second. And then Gilnean Roulette, cooldown reduction increased from 20 to 24 seconds. Okay. Historically, we've been happy with Greymane's talent spread, but lately he's been taking some pass too frequently. We're not looking to teach this old dog any new tricks. We're encouraging him to keep his enemies guessing. Okay. New Insatiable seems cool. Might be competitive at that tier. Yeah, it seems really cool. Nova changes. Nova has gotten some changes for the first time in God, it feels like forever. Level 1 Covert Ops, required stealth duration reduced from 4 to 2 seconds. Okay. Bonus, pinning shot slow increased from 15 to 20. All right, I like that. I like that. Advanced Cloaking trait, stealth required from 2 to 1 seconds. Mana per second increased from 2 to 3. Okay. So buff onto Nova overall so far. Rapid Projection, cost and cooldown reduction increased from 50 to 60. Halo Stability, additional functionality, reduce the cooldown of Ghost Protocol by 15 seconds. Ghost Protocol, 60 seconds. Okay, so Ghost Protocol goes down to 45 seconds. 45 seconds if you take the level 4 Halo Stability. Level 7 Perfect Shot, changed functionality. Hitting an enemy here reduces snipe cooldown by... Nova, what the heck? I'm trying to talk about your patch notes. Dear Lord, lady. Change functionality. Hitting an enemy here reduces snipe cooldown by 2 seconds and refunds half the mana cost doubled against hero. One in the chamber bonus damage increased from 60 to 65%, so a little buff onto one in the chamber. Precision Strike, cooldown reduced from 60 to 50. Ooh, Precision Barrage, cooldown reduction. Wow, so big pickup onto Precision Strike, or big buffs to it. At least cooldown-wise. Similar to Greymane, Nova's generally been in a good spot with her talents. With a few exceptions, we're looking to stabilize some of her talents with changes to Perfect Shot, Advanced Cloaking, so they're more dependable on the wider range of situations. Probius! Warp in Pylon, baseline D. Cooldown increased from 12 to 14 seconds. Additional functionality. Enemy heroes and minions drop minerals on death. Gather minerals, reduce... Okay, so minerals are just baseline now with Warp Pylon. So we are now always gathering minerals. Warp Resonance at level 1. Damage bonus increased by 20. Turbocharged at level 4. Cooldown reduction increased from 10 to 14. Particle Accelerator at level 7. Heroes hit required reduced from 4 to 3. Pulse damage increased by 7 from 71 to 78. Rift Shock at level 7. Damage per second increased by 5. Tower Defense at level 7. Cooldown reduction reduced from 4 to 3.5. And then Null Gate at level 10, damage increase, so a buff on the damage by 2. Not by much, but still, by 2. We're overall pleased with Probius' latest Warp In, but found some opportunities to tinker. We're excited for Warp In Pylon change as aggressive Probius players are given more room to play forward. We don't think we're negatively affecting the safer Probius players' styles. Plus, who doesn't like being the best probe by gathering minerals? That is very, very true. Last one, Tracer. We have got level 1, 1-2 punch. Cooldown between uses increased from 2 to 3 seconds. That's 1-2 punch. A pulse generator at level 4, healing reduced from 25% to 18% of maximum health. Level 13, untouchable. Movement speed duration reduced from 1.5 to 1.25 seconds. And Jumper at level 13, shield amount reduced from 8 to 6.5 maximum health. Developer comments, we hope these changes keep Tracer a worthy draft consideration regardless of her healer, but we want fewer situations for Tracer as among the best choices. And there you go. That's our patch.